Thanks Skillshare for sponsoring this video. After spending most of my life in the education system, first through elementary, middle school, high school, and then through 4 years of law school, and then 2 years taking a master's, and then studying at the postgraduate level, you can say I've been spending a lot of time getting used to studying, as well as a lot of you. And one thing I want to shed some light on are the things that, independently of the time you spend in school or college, you will never learn from your teachers or the education system in itself. So college operates under this idea that, the more you study and the more you work, the more successful you will be. However, this idea will end up allowing you to develop an overworking habit without respecting your own boundaries, your own health, and really without knowing when to stop. And here's the biggest problem. Although some people enjoy romanticizing the idea that college and grad school is the time to give it 200% independently of what that means for your mental health, because your effort will somehow be worth it, no one really knows when is the time to stop. So is it when you graduate, when you have a job, when you get to the end of the corporate ladder? There's always something to work for and there's always something to look forward to. So if you keep giving it 200% all the time, burnout will be inevitable. And with burnout comes physical and mental problems, and even personal and professional issues that you could have avoided if you just took the time to take care of yourself a little bit more. So learning how to avoid and manage burnout should start ASAP. Doing your best is great, but constantly trying to do more than your best shouldn't be glorified. Just the sheer amount of competition you'll find in your workplace, the toxic relationships, and then above all, you have your own perfectionism as the cherry on top of the cake. Those are all contributing to poor mental health as well as burnout at the end of the day. So start practicing good sleep habits, foster healthy morning and evening routines, move, and know how to make things relative. Above all, know your limits, ask for help, be mindful of your work, and know when your goals are turning toxic and meaningless. Say no more often, prioritize the right things, and above all, unplug and take breaks more often. Financial literacy is also a good one. So, although in some specific cases I do believe that people learn about finances, so for instance accounting, they learn about the financial system, I also know that in some cases no one teaches you how personal finances work in the real life. Unfortunately, having some financial skills is basically key to live, a healthy adult's life. So it's something you should start investigating and prioritizing ASAP. Sooner or later, when you're thrown out into the world, life will slap you just like that. So here I'm talking about budgeting, investing, borrowing, taxation, and personal financial management at least. Knowing more about financial literacy isn't a bonus on your education. Knowing these things can literally change your life, because how you navigate your finances will open or close a lot of doors in your life. This will dictate whether you can afford to move, whether you can apply for mortgage, or if you'll have to rent, whether you should invest or not, how much you need to save every month for your retirement, and so forth. So ensuring that you increase your level of financial literacy may have a real impact in your life. So it's best start learning more as soon as you can. So remember when I said right in the beginning of this video that in college, the more you study and the more you work, the more successful you'll be? Well, guess what? College never told you what being successful really is. In fact, it's that concept that in general everyone tries to avoid, because your definition of success may say a lot about the person you are and where you want to be. Of course that the whole system relies on the idea that the general idea of success should be affording that expensive car, being respected, being well known, wearing a fancy suit. However, that's one definition only, and it hasn't to be your own. Also, the choices you make in life aren't only valid because you're actively pursuing that definition of success. So you can be successful as a rich businesswoman or a rich businessman, but you can also be successful as a stay-at-home mom, as a digital nomad, as a gardener, a scholar, anything you like. So you define success, whatever it is, and then you take the appropriate steps to reach that. And so the choices you make in college and during your career have to take into account that personal idea of success instead of other people's expectations and preconceptions. So unless your academic path, it includes some kind of internship or job shadowing activity, then you'll probably study for years before you actually jump into the job market. And probably only after that you'll find out that after accepting your job, then you'll get an idea of exactly what you will do for the next 40 years of your life. So only when you start working will you really get a confirmation of whether you've picked right or wrong. So before you get a panic attack about this, and if you're still studying, there's something you can do. You can get involved with the job market as soon as possible. So apply for internships and summer jobs, or look for opportunities like job shadowing events and career fairs. Talk to people, ask them about their work environment, specific tasks they have to do, long-term projects, whether they work individually or more as a team. Ask about resources and tools they have to use on a daily basis. The list goes on and on. I know that it can be very daunting and disappointing to learn that this whole romantic idea that you developed in college actually doesn't happen in real life, but the sooner the better. So this exact issue happened to me, but I was fortunate enough to discover during an internship when I was still studying that, being a lawyer wasn't for me. So instead of just jumping to that career path, I was able to make a choice earlier on than I had to if I never had that internship in the first place. That's why having these experiences is so important, and really improving the specific real-life skills, including the ability to use certain tools, certain soft skills, time management, and social skills. They're all very important, and in my personal opinion, they're way more important than those extra 2 points in your final exam. Okay, so if you've left college already, or you believe that there are certain skills that you'll never be taught because of the specific curriculum that you've picked, I can always recommend you Skillshare to learn any skill you may think of. So Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and so much more. There are no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes, so you'll never run out of new skills to learn and master. And if you're looking to implement intention productivity into your routine to make your goals a reality, then I highly recommend you to start practicing the 5 exercises recommended by Kate Aarons. And this class is available for free with your Skillshare subscription. You usually have those online courses for more than $100 for 1 or 2 hours of classes, but Skillshare gives you access to its entire library of thousands of classes for less than $10 a month. And even if you're not willing to start paying that price per month just to watch Kate Aaron's class, that's not a problem, because for a limited time, the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description box will get 1 month free trial of Skillshare, so you can start exploring your creativity today. Also, using this promo code tells Skillshare that you came from my channel, which is really nice if you enjoy my content and want to keep supporting this type of video. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and stay tuned for the bloopers right now. Bye guys! Make you work more than you should, so you'll overwork it. Wait, what? Should start as University didn't teach you, and you still want to have those. Entrepreneur.